power booster. You're not a beginner yogi, but you want something a little tough. Take 15 minutes with me and do this flow.
Go ahead and make the way to the top of your mat, adjusting maybe as needed. And then starting with a big inhale, we'll reach the arms up overhead, pressing the palms together. Slowly then exhaling the hands down to the heart center. Taking a moment here. And then inhale, reach those arms up towards the sky once again as we forward fold, Uttanasana. Hanging in our forward fold. Lift into that flat spine to then jump back to your plank pose. Keeping the elbows close to the body, lower down for that Chaturanga push-up. To then lower down, swooping to that upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Jump the feet towards the hands, lifting into that flat back. Exhale, fold in. On the inhale, rise the arms back up towards the sky. And then exhale them back to the heart center. Taking a moment here. And then breathe. Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Going through that flow once again. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flat back. And exhale, step the feet back. Lower down for that Chaturanga push-up. And then on the next breath, inhale into your upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back and down. On the exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Maybe walk out the feet a little left and right. Take a breath here, and then inhale the right leg in towards the sky, stretching through the toes. Lowering that leg down, and switch to the other side. Left leg rises, pointing through the toe. And then exhale, lower it down. On the next breath, bending the knees, jumping the feet towards the hands, lifting to that flat back. We'll exhale, fold in. And then inhale, rise up. Rolling the arms up towards the sky. And then closing the pose to the heart center. On the next breath, inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up to that flat back. Exhale, jump back for that flow. Lower down for that Chaturanga push-up. We lower back down and inhale into our upward facing dog. This time, look over the right shoulder, gently stretching through the neck, and over the left shoulder. Then maybe bring in the gaze up towards the sky as you then exhale into downward facing dog. Maybe bending the knees here if that feels good to you. And then getting into that perfect down dog, we'll rise our right leg into the sky, pointing through the toe. Bring the knee in towards your chest. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, rise the leg once more, pausing for a moment. And then exhale as you switch to the other side. Left leg rises. On the exhale, squeeze it towards your core. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, rise. Exhale, squeeze in. And this time, just rising up, pausing here for a moment, pointing through the toe. And then slowly exhale the right leg and left leg to meet in your downward facing dog. On the next breath in, jump the feet towards the hands. And then jump them back as we come into a double mountain climber. Drawing the knees in and jumping back, ideally 3 to 5 times. And then rolling over onto the left hand and the left ankle, coming into your side plank. Reaching the opposite arm up and overhead. Nice slow breath here, keeping those obliques strong. And then rotate to the other side, right hand down. Left arm reaches up and over, side plank. Staying strong through the core here. Now we're moving. You're burning calories, doing great. Lower back down to that plank pose. Rotating right into our shoulder taps. Switching opposite fingers to opposite shoulders. Keeping the belly nice and engaged here. Relax through the back of the neck and breathe. tapping shoulders alternating at your pace, one side into the other, bringing that to stillness as you press back into your downward facing dog. The right leg rises up towards the sky, and then exhale, swing it through for your lunge posture. Crescent lunge, all toes point forward. Inhale, arms rise up, and then exhale into your warrior two. Arms are straight. Maybe you bend the elbows in and then straighten them back out to ensure those arms are strong here. Look over the front fingertips here, staying low in that knee. If available, add a few pulses into that lunge as you lean down and press into the heel. Make sure the knee does not go past the ankle though. If available, pulsing here 8 to 10 times, cartwheeling the arms down towards the earth, lowering the belly, coming in through that chaturanga push-up to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the next breath, rise the left leg into the sky, pointing through the toe. And on the exhale, drop through for lunge. Arms drive up as if you have a beach ball between the fingertips. Keep the hips nice and square here, and then rotate into your warrior two. Looking over the left fingertips, keep the front knee bent. Maybe the arms bend in and back out. And stay strong here, Virabhadrasana 2. Nice deep breath, and then if available, gently pulsing a little bit lower into that lunge. Keeping the heel strong. Doing this mindfully here, using strength in that thigh, and then cartwheel the arms down towards the mat. Holding in your plank pose for a moment, lowering down for that slow chaturanga, hovering over the earth if it's available to you, before pressing up into your upward facing dog. On the next exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Let things relax here, shake the knees if needed. On the next inhale, walk, step, or hop the feet towards the hands, lifting into that flat back, and then hang like a rag doll here. Nice, gentle bend in the knees. Maybe reach for the ankles or the elbows, whatever serves you best. And then slowly roll up that spine, stacking the vertebrae as the arms then reach up. Slowly exhaling them back down to your heart center. Taking a moment here in your Tadasana, mountain pose. Shaking it out for a little bit. Go ahead and wiggle the fingers, shake the knees. And then reach the arms up towards the sky as you then sink into that chair pose. Arms reach up, bringing them around and forward for chair pose. Inhale, arms drive up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, we have those arms extended for this chair pose, but then we're breathing in as we reach the arms up into Urdhva Hastasana. Continuing this as you breathe, the arms reach up towards the sky, and then we exhale, chair pose with extended arms. Continuing this at your own pace if needed. Otherwise, hang strong, using that yogi strength for a few more times. Breathing in. Exhale, chair pose. This time we'll pause here and then reach the arms towards the sky. Giving ourselves now a nice gentle tick-tock stretch to each side with the palms pressing together. And then exhale, the hands down by the side body. Well, then hug the right knee in towards your chest. Squeezing the leg in, give it some love. Left leg hugs in, squeezing it in. Preparing for a little bit of balance. Wiggling the toes here, maybe adjusting as needed. Standing strong here, find a dristi, something to stare at in front of you to help you stay balanced. Take the right hand on the back of the right foot. With a slight bend in the straight leg, we'll hinge forward into our dancer pose. Left arm's extended, our gaze is still forward. You might sway a little, that's okay. Stay strong through the core. Squeeze and love that leg back in once again. And then exhale, lower it down. Then taking the opposite leg, left leg, into the left hand. Slowly kick the foot into the hand as the opposite arm reaches forward. Coming into that dancer pose. Maybe one side's more balanced than the other. That's okay. How's the breath? Grounding through that heel. And then slowly see if you can draw that knee back in as you squeeze it against the chest to then shake out both legs onto your mat. Giving the right leg a squeeze one more time. Point and flex that toe. To then hold that right leg up using your core. Ideally keeping the knee at 90 degrees. Strong here, finding that drishti, and then swooping back for that warrior three as if the arms were extended, but we have them here at our heart center. Lifting the leg behind you and then bring the knee up. Ideally doing this 3 times and then lower down as we bring the left knee up, holding and engaging through that core, finding that balance point, and then lower down as you lift the leg. Almost as if you're coming into that warrior three, slow and controlled, pointing through the toe as it lifts behind you. And then slowly lowering that leg down. Inhale those arms up towards the sky once again as you exhale, swan dive. This time, not lowering all the way down towards the earth, create that flat back, reaching the arms forward to then draw the elbows down the back body into those goalpost arms, working the shoulders here. Inhale, reach forward, exhale, elbows wide. Inhale, arms reach forward, exhale, elbows wide. Inhale, reach, exhale, pull back. Pausing here for a moment, reaching the arms forward, ensuring you're squeezing those elbows back to then forward fold. Hang in that fold for a moment. Looking up into that flat back, flat spine. We'll jump the feet back into that plank pose, holding strong here, engaging the core. Bring the gaze down towards your mat. Coming into plank pose, just using the left hand. Ideally, the right arm will come behind the back. You can pike the hips in the sky if this is a little difficult for you. Holding for another few breaths, right hand down, left hand behind the back. Then lowering back to that plank pose to press back into your downward facing dog. On the next inhale, walk the feet towards the hands, lifting up into that flat back and then lower down to the bum and the heels as you come into your yogi squat. I will turn forward so you can see this. Heel toe the feet out wide, lower the bum towards the earth. Coming into that yogi squat, elbows press against the knees, and we allow the neck to relax. Be very mindful of the knees in this posture. Feel free to sit down onto the bum if needed, and then maybe gently stretch through the neck to each side. Maybe bring the gaze towards the sky and towards your chest. And then gently press the left hand down towards the earth as it opens up that side of the body. And then switch to the opposite side as the right arm draws down, pressing against the inside of the leg if available. Opening up through the hips and shoulders here. Bringing the hands back to the heart center. And then working on that yogi crow. See if you can hinge the weight forward, balancing the knees on the triceps. The toes will rise off of the earth. Ideally, trying to hold this balanced posture for 3 to 5 breaths. And then if available, see if you can jump those feet back, pausing in your plank pose. I'll give you a moment to try that again if you'd like to come from crow pose, jumping back to plank, ensuring those arms are sturdy into the mat. Feel free to play around with this. Maybe you're sitting down onto the bum, just taking some time to open the hips here. Then maybe reach those arms forward, clasping the hands, stretching through the shoulders and the back. Pressing the hands into the earth, we'll heel toe the feet back together, lifting up into a flat back. And then we'll exhale, drawing the bum down towards the earth, coming into boat pose, finishing with some core engagement. If available, see if you can point one toe, extending the leg as the opposite knee bicycles, bending the knee in towards you. Point through the toe and extend one leg at a time. If you can, keep those arms lifted. Continue this if you can. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see how far back you want to be leaning. Hold on to the knees if needed. Otherwise, point through each toe, extend the leg and switch. Inhale, exhale, stay strong. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. A few more here, keeping that core engaged. Maybe pointing through the toes and reaching for one last breath here in your boat pose, to then hug the knees in towards your chest, finishing with that open boat pose. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale and open, extend. Exhale, squeeze in. This is a bonus. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Doing the best you can, continuing this as you inhale and open. Exhale and squeeze in. You are almost there. Squeeze those knees in towards you. Open and expand. And then lower the heels towards the earth. We'll cross the legs. Feel free to take a deep breath. And then we'll gently stretch through the neck, looking from one side to the other, looking up towards the sky, down towards your chest. Gently reaching one arm up and overhead as the opposite hand presses into the earth, reaching up and over. Then extend the arms out to either side of the body as you sit tall, gently stretching through the neck as we lower the ear towards the left shoulder, lower the chin towards the chest, the right ear towards the right shoulder. Bringing the gaze back to neutral, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Pausing here for a moment, to then slowly exhale the hands to your heart center, honoring this time you've spent for yourself. Taking a breath here with the hands at the heart center, honoring your practice as you honor yourself. The divine in me sees and honors the divine in you. Namaste.